Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween. I'm Luke Sullivan with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Right off Interstate 25, 30 minutes from Denver, maybe not on a Friday afternoon, but we're not far. So real easy to find, like I said, right off the interstate. It is getting deep into fall. We just had Snowmo Expo last week, and we're getting pretty excited about these horsepowers now. These are the Chris Burandt Editions. Behind me, I have a pretty special gooseneck version of that. Obviously, the Chris Burandt upgrades. That's a long list of things that they add to these trailers, from extra marker lights to a few extra benches. And then there's a lot more that was added to this trailer as well. Fuel cells, solar, a few other things. 27 foot on the floor, 8.6 wide. So you've got a lot of space in here, and a really versatile snowmobile trailer. So really, really well set up. So first and foremost, we'll get into the hitch. 2 5/16 inch coupler up here. A lot of adjustment in these. Obviously, some guys that are running lifted trucks, you've got bigger wheels and tires, want to be able to, even on a trailer like this, get it leveled out. Big heavy duty safety chains. Please, even with your gooseneck trailers, folks, use your safety chains. Breakaway disconnect over here on the other side as well. And then a 7-pin connection, got it plugged into a box to run some lights for you and show you a few things. But then, as you can see, getting under the gooseneck, I love this, especially for a snowmobile trailer when you're on dirt, gravel, mud roads, if it's off season or swing season. These roll up doors, these enclosed goosenecks, we do this on a lot of our horse and livestock trailers as well, but they're great. They protect our tanks, they keep things a lot cleaner under here, and we've got a lot of functionality going on under here too, with quite a bit of wiring. We've got our deep cycle 12-volt batteries in here, and our dual hydraulic jacks too, which is a really big game changer too. Makes these a lot more stable when you're going down the road. So with that enclosed gooseneck, again, keeps things really clean inside of here, and you've even got a shelf to store a few extra things. Great spot maybe to store some tire changing tools or something like that. So really, really nice system. So, and one thing that you'll notice, and you'll see a theme developing in the Logans, carried over obviously from their horse and livestock side, is this black Vortex liner. Very truck bed liner type material, but really, really tough. And we'll talk a lot more about that inside the trailer as well. Battery disconnect, really easy to leave a light on, leave a radio on in this trailer, and draw some batteries down. So whether you're leaving it overnight or you're storing it for the off season, we always suggest flipping that on or off. Just saves your batteries a little bit. And then tucked up here, kind of out of view a little bit, are 2 deep cycle batteries. Again, deep cycle 12 volts. We've got some solar up here that's going to charge them. We've got a couple different ways to connect to them as well. So nice to have that feature. And then 2 30-pound oversized tanks. When you see the furnace inside, you'll see why. Makes a big difference to have a lot of capacity there when we're feeding the propane furnaces that we've got inside, especially if we're trying to melt down all of our gear. So roll this guy back down. Nice, again, like I said, to have this all closed up and neat inside of here. One really quick thing that's kind of a small little touch that makes a big difference. Obviously, whenever we hook these goosenecks up, we lose all that light from our high mount light on our truck, so nice to have just a little more light in here. Certainly snowmobile season is right around that time change, which we're hitting this weekend. So we know early mornings and even somewhat early evenings are gonna be dark. So nice to have a lot of extra light. And that's one of the things the Burandt Edition comes with. Top and bottom row marker lights. I think that we add 4 with as part of that package. So really nice to be able to see and be seen. All LEDs, and again, I like the row of markers down the bottom rail as well. And then when we get to this back corner too, a couple of these will switch over into a reverse light, and then we can even use it with a toggle switch as just a really nice floodlight when you're getting suited up, when you're getting ready to hit the trails, or when you're coming back home. So don't have a lot going on this side of the trailer. Obviously, we do get a really nice look at our 48-inch spread axle. We are on 7,000-pound Dexter torsion axles with electric drum brakes. So you've got really nice running gear under this trailer. You've got aluminum wheels and tires, and you do have a matching spare tucked up under the tail as well. So like I said, really reliable, really nice running gear. The spread axle, I love it for the aesthetics of it. I like the single individual fenders as well, but really with a trailer like this, it's helping with your weight distribution quite a bit. You're going to take a little more tongue weight off the front of your truck or off the back of your truck or the front of the trailer, getting that spread. So helps out quite a bit, makes for a lot smoother ride going down the road too. You get a bit of space between your bumps. So really quick, a lot going on inside of the trailer. On this rear corner is that toggle I told you about for the reverse lights and the glows, or the markers on the side. So toggle right here, again, like I said, can power your rear reverse lights, but then all of our markers, about every other marker down the side of the trailer, turns into a white LED as well. So you parked in a snowy parking lot, obviously that's going to give you a lot of light and help you see what you're doing. So really cool to have that option. That's part of Burandt's Edition as well. So again, just kind of the small things that really help out quite a bit and make life a bit easier when you're already out doing something that's meant to be a hobby and enjoyable. So full length ramp here, all caliber plastics, excuse me, on this. So if you're looking to add some of these inside or around your trailer somewhere, reach out to us. We can certainly help you with that. But really nice. We've got our ski pads on the outside and really nice grips there too for your track to run up the center. So we like these quite a bit. And then at the tail, obviously, you've got the flip up, and then at our transition or our threshold here, we've got these flip ups as well. And then ton of space between that hinge too. So certainly we've gotten in some spots, or we've seen some of these trailers that have some issues with hinges. A lot of times that's from snow and ice buildup and stuff freezing and thawing. And so the fact that we can keep a wide open space between here too makes a big difference. Now, obviously, one of the cool and bigger add-ons that you can see straight away in this trailer is this full width rear screen. Gonna make this trailer, if you are spring or fall and the mosquitoes are out, gonna make this a really comfortable place to hang out and get yourself ready to go. And then fully spring loaded, just like a garage door, gonna release up just like that. It's on magnets down below. That's what holds it down. So really cool. Our man door up there on driver's side also is going to have a full width screen, and then all of our windows are screened. So you can stay in here and hopefully keep all those mosquitoes away from you. So a couple more things before we even really get much past the threshold. We're starting to see a lot more of that Vortex liner. And then right across the full width of the rear of the trailer, each one of those brass handles is a plug that you can remove out of there and drain. So we'll talk about heaters maybe a little bit here coming up. We can dry out 4, 5, 6 fully packed snow with snow sleds really quickly in here. So we can get a lot of water flow through this trailer, and certainly we want to catch all that and try not to get it through that drain or that rear hinge back there, obviously. And you're going to have the ability to pull all of those guys out and drain out and stay very comfortable that way and keep a lot of that moisture off the floor, or running out of the trailer, should I say. So working our way inside, we've got a lot going on. Chris has added a couple extra benches for you. We've left a couple of them up so that we can walk around in here, otherwise it gets a little bit of a maze. We certainly don't want our cameraman to go backwards over one, or me, but there's a lot of options. There's a lot of seating options that you can flip down, or that you can flip up out of the way and set them and forget them and never have to worry about them. So you've got a lot of options. Certainly we know getting fully suited up in your winter gear, you're turning into a little bit of the Michelin man. So nice to be able to have those spots to get dressed. And then storage, coat hooks. I think we doubled the amount of coat hooks. The Chris's edition, the Burandt edition, doubles the amount of coat hooks. I think we're at 24. And then storage is obviously very abundant as well. So a couple cabinets and then a shelf with a nice lip there too. So you can really store quite a bit of stuff up there. And then you do have, again, individual cabinets that have a ton of storage in them as well. Backside of your radio head unit too. you will see going throughout the trailer. We've got USB, we've got USB-C connections, and we've got 110 connections throughout the trailer. So I failed to mention, but up at the nose of our gooseneck is our 30 amp service to get some LED fluorescence going down the center of us to enable the use of those 110 plugs and our big hot dog heater. So with that 30 amp service, you've got a lot of variability and options to use for your power sources from there. Again, another little tabletop. Talked a lot about benches, but really nice spot. If you're working on something, you need to change a belt, you're doing a little mix and gas or something like that, obviously really nice to have a surface to work on and be able to flip it right back up out of the way, as easy as that, and you don't have to worry about it getting loaded up. So more cabinets. These are all run and are all vented and heated with our 40K heater. So we've got two separate heaters in the trailer. That 40K is underneath this cabinet. It's vented throughout the cabinet, and a boot box over here on the side as well will open up for you in a second. So a lot of airflow through this. You can heat and keep all your gear really dry. It's going to be like getting a nice warm hug putting your gear on in the morning too. And then also a lot of that's vented out into the trailer as well. So we can keep this cargo space just with that 40K in a pretty temperate place and stay very comfortable inside of here. And then when you're coming in after a long day of riding, all 5 of your sleds are packed with snow, all of your gear is soaked or about to be soaked when it starts melting down. Fire up this 75K hot dog. I wish I had this in my garage. Two-car garage would stay plenty warm with that heater. So obviously you're going to bypass sauna mode inside these trailers, and you're going to melt out your rigs really quickly, and you'll be ready to go the next morning. You get we'll show you some spots behind us right now, or towards the mid of the trailer where we can hang some of our gear too and get a lot of that airflow going over it. So boot box, again, vented, and each peg there is vented too, so you're going to have a lot of airflow. Going to be a really nice spot to get all your stuff warmed out. And again, the way that you can organize these trailers and the way everything is stored away is a really big bonus. So I'm going to trade places with the camera and give you a little look into the gooseneck. Got some of our control boxes there. We have a Xantrex inverter, and then we have our solar panel, or solar charge control panel as well too. So I think we have about 190 watts of solar up on the roof, and certainly expandable if you want to do that, and we can tie into that same system. And then you'll see dual windows on either side too, so really nice spot to throw an air mattress or something like that. And if it is, like I said, swing seasons and you want to open some windows and have a little fresh air and a cross breeze, you can do that as well. And then really cool little add-on, just one small little thing up on a shelf there is a microwave. Nice to be able to heat up some ramen, a cup of noodle, whatever it is to warm you up after a long day of snowmobiling. And then two, another add-on so we could get around. I left one of the benches up, but we've got a cool little dinette here too. So again, the option to have another table, whether you're editing videos and uploading them to YouTube, or you're having a little bite to eat midday on the trails, you've got some 110 there if you want to plug a coffee maker into. Certainly we're thinking all warm thoughts in these snowmobile trailers. And then these guys really are just as easy as folding them up like that. You're not bringing out big folding tables and having to find a spot for it anymore, and they're stowed away for your road trip wherever you need to go, and you're ready to go. So underneath those, you will notice one thing. I'm sure you've noticed them throughout the trailer. We've got some lower lights down there. That's another addition with the Chris Burandt package. Certainly if we're working on our rigs, if we're getting some skis tuned in or some shocks tuned in or something like that, having those lower LEDs are a game changer. You got a lot of light in this trailer. So really like that quite a bit. And then we're working our way over to our escape door. Again, like I said, we've got screens throughout this whole trailer. So fully screened, just a little magnet holds it there in place and really makes a big difference. Close that up too, and you'll have a vented window as well. So we've got some of our controls, some switches for our lights. Well, we'll talk about an awning, an automatic awning on the outside as well. One thing I really like about all these trailers is we do max air vents in the roof line. So you get one controller for both vents, kind of just got to point them at one or the other. And both of those fans, fully automatic to open the vent and turn the fan on or off. And the best part about them is you can exhaust them or you can pull air into the trailer. So if you're starting a few sleds in here, you're doing a little work on one and want to fire it up, you can certainly pull all of that two-stroke smoke out of these trailers. Makes a big difference. And then certainly too, if you're having a hot day or want to pull a little air through the trailer, you have that option. So another bench, another fold-out spot. Again, really great spot to get suited up. And then speaking of suits, we've got a couple racks right here, a couple poles to hang a few things. Really endless possibilities, obviously, whatever you want to hang. But nice to have them right along that roof line. Really gonna take all that effect from that hot dog heater and get things dried out, and your suits will be warm and toasty for you in the morning. I'm sure you've seen along the roof line too, same LEDs and then speakers throughout this trailer. I missed to point it out up front, but there is a touchscreen head unit, fully Bluetooth capable. Obviously get a lot of tunes going through that. This is cool. I'm hoping we get a scratch and dent one of these and I can take one to my garage very soon. Little oil caddy. It's very simple. Obviously some aerosol cans, WD-40s, starting fluids, whatever you carry with you. Oil cans here, a couple of quarts, whatever you need. And then my favorite part about it actually is, and it's just that simple, a little bar to throw your paper towels on. Refill right there, fill them up, and of course, really nice to be able to have that. It's just the kind of small conveniences that make the big difference. Another table, again, the simplicity of these and the easy use of these, I think, is just second to none. Obviously getting loaded in or out, nice spot to throw your straps so they don't get down on the floor and all wet and nasty or something like that, or whatever else you need that access for. And then, I told you, we have 2 furnaces on this trailer. You're gonna have 2 thermostats as well. So you've got individual control over them. Both of them are back here, obviously opposite end of the trailer. We're gonna get that real fuel temp way back here in the trailer. So you're gonna have a lot more heat pumping through this thing and you'll get a lot more results out of it that way. So really nice to have that option. And again, not lacking many options inside this trailer as we sit. Let's see if I've missed anything before we step out. Do a big eye hook there in the center of the ceiling if you do need to change out a track or something like that. Nice to just hook a loop through there, hook a strap through there, and you have those options. And again, like I said, gonna be a really comfortable space for you. Up on top of the mountain at the trailhead, talked about that Vortex liner again on the floor. We were at Snowmo with Logan manufacturers last weekend, and they've been doing these for about 8 years now, and they said they haven't seen one chunked up yet from any skis or carbides or anything like that. Certainly gonna mark it up, but you're never gonna, I'll never say never, you're not gonna get these chunked up, and Logan's really had good luck with these. So again, full width rear ramp, we full height as well. We are 8'6" wide on these trailers. You've got a lot of space in here. We'll close it up for you real quick just to give you an idea of the backside of this guy. Everything is lockable as well. We'll show you on the man door, there's a combo lock, but then both of our latches back here, we'll have a set of keys for. So we can lock up our gear tight if we're staying in a hotel or something on our way to a long road trip to a trail or something like that. And then double set of taillights, full LEDs on these as well. I like the added visibility. I have no problem adding more lights to these. And then a couple really big load lights, awning lights above those that shed a ton of light on everything as well. So like those, like we said, you're in the dark a lot in this sport, so makes a big difference to be able to see what you're doing. Close this guy up, and then we'll work our way around to the driver's side. And we do actually have quite a bit going on over here. So first and foremost, we have that fuel door, really nice access when you're pulling into a fuel stop. Run your hose in, fuel everything up, and it's, I mean, wide open space, so makes things really easy, and you have easy access to that. We didn't talk much about it. Obviously a mirror image frameless window on passenger side as well, but they just pop out and vent, and they are screened. Really, really like the look of that frameless window as well. I think you get some nice airflow with those as well. Close this guy back up. Has a nice little suction cup there to hold it as well. And then we'll talk about our escape door and a couple add-ons that we did with this. First and foremost, you can see it around us, is the full-size awning, or about a 9-foot awning, I think it is. And it's got a hard cover on it too, so it's gonna last a lot longer than those that are just exposed to the elements. Flip out step. These are great. There's no hardware, there's no pin, there's nothing to get caked up with salt and snow and road grime and whatever else. Just a little hydraulic shock there, holds it in the open position, also holds it in the closed position, and the nice grab bar here to grab and help your way in. Again, like we said, roll-away screen door in there as well, so we can keep this thing hopefully bug-free at the trailhead. Close up our escape door here, frameless window in that as well, and then like we said, a combo lock in there too. So if you've got some friends catching up with you, meeting you later on at the trailhead, and they need a helmet out of your rig or a pair of gloves or something like that, give them the combo. They've got access to it, and they can lock it back up too and know that you'll be nice and secure. So one more big option on this trailer that it's equipped with is a fuel cell. You've got 50 gallons of fuel capacity here. So obviously can fill up a lot of sleds with 50 gallons, and it's a fully powered pump. So you're gonna have an automatic shut off just like you would at the fuel station. There's your fuel fill. You'll have a gauge for your level as well, and then your on off switch. So really, really nice system. Really convenient to be able to carry that fuel with you on board and not have to carry a bunch of jugs and the inside of the trailer smelling like fuel, etc., etc. And then obviously dedicated door for it that you can lock and keep secure as well. One more little thing over here is our jack control as well. Like we said, we've got those dual hydraulic jacks on the front, so this thing's gonna sit very stable if you're in and out of it a lot while it's empty, and just kind of riding out of it for the weekend. So nice to have that control there and keep it nice and tidy. Really cool trailer by Logan. It's the Chris Burandt Edition horsepower. Again, 27 feet on the floor is your load space area, so you've got a lot of room to work with. If you have questions, if you're looking for a drawing or a spec sheet, happy to get those to you. Real easy to do. Feel free to reach out. My email is luke.sullivan@transwest.com. You can call or text me if you have questions about weights or tongue weights or anything like that. Tow vehicles, please, happy to chat with you. My cell phone's 859-509-1282. And then if you have questions about this one specifically, please feel free to reference it via that stock number, 5N251167. Thanks for your time today, everybody. Have a great holiday. También hablo español.